Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another create with me video, and to honour the first week of October, obviously we're doing a spooky makeup. Not that we haven't been doing that already, but we're going full in. We're going to do a big orange pumpkin look today. So I'm going to be talking you through all of the steps that we're taking and hoping that if you plan to recreate this at home, you can follow along easily or just enjoy the video. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So I've just come back to you with my eyebrows glued down and slightly covered. I used the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer to add a bit of skin colour over the top of them. Obviously, if we were to be covering the brows to blend in with the skin, we would go in with a red colour corrector as well to cancel out the dark tones, but because we're going over the brows with darker orange shades, we don't really need to worry about them being too covered at this stage. I've also gone in with a bit of a foundation. The foundation that I used is just this Revolution Skin Silk, and I literally got this the other day. This is the first time that I've used it, and it is very glowy, but I have completely powdered just so that it stays secure under the makeup, because we're not doing a full block orange. We want some skin colour in there, but we're fading into orange. So I just went ahead and did these steps. So for the orange shades today, I'm using the Athena painting palette, and I use this quite a lot if you can't tell. There's like no orange left in it, but we'll make do. And I'm just going to take my Kryolan spatula and just scoop some of that product. And I'm just going to use this little Kryolan palette to put the orange onto. I don't really want that dark of an orange, so I'm going to mix some whites in with that, and I'll come back to you once we've got the shade. So this is the colour that we're using. So I'm just going to take like a small little foundation brush, and we're just going to start by blending some onto the mouth area. This could go horribly wrong. And we're just trying to create like a circular shape. And then we're just going to take some up onto the forehead as well, like we would with bronzer. And then I'm just taking a bit of that orange before it was mixed with the white to add a bit of depth into the orange we've just applied. So I'm just going to take like a really big fluffy brush and some translucent powder, and we're just going to really powder that oil paint onto the skin so that it doesn't transfer when we apply more makeup. So now I did decide that the under eye does need a little bit of concealer, so I just went in with my usual Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm just going to blend this using a little dense eyeshadow brush. I would go in with my concealer brush like I normally do, but I don't really want to get all oranges on it, so I'm just going in with one that I'm happy to stain and clean off. And I'm just going to go in with a powder puff and set that. So for this stage, I am just using a mix of my Morphe James Charles palette, my Naked Heat palette. And I'm just going to start off with a round-headed flat brush. I'm going to start by taking a deep orange shade, and we're just creating a little circle on the nose area. I'm going to go in with a darker shade as well around the edges, just to create a gradient. Before I go in with the rest of the makeup, I am just going to stop quickly and put on some highlighter. This is my usual highlighter. This is just the Revolution Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights. I'm just going to add a little bit to the nose and quite a bit to the lips. I'm just taking a range of these small face painting brushes and a black face paint. The black face paint that I'm using today is the Superstar face paint, and it's just in the shade black. So as I said, we've just got a small face paint brush with some black on there. We're just going to start mapping out the mouth area as it shows on the face chart that this is inspired by. By the way, I don't think I've said already, this makeup look is inspired by another artist who created a face chart for this look, and a face chart is just like a paper version of a makeup look and you draw it on. I'll put the of the Instagram account that created it, that I've got the inspo from. And I'm just gonna map out the mouth, and you can just watch what I'm doing because we're literally just drawing simply with this brush and the black, and you can just follow along pretty easily. And then from this circular creation, we've sort of created a spiky follow-up from that. And then from here on the face chart, she joins the black eye that we're going to create afterwards to the mouth. So we're just going to create the line before we actually add the black to the eye. And then before we go in with the black on the eyes, I'm just taking a small Maybelline Mitchell eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take some of the same shades that we used on the nose, maybe some slightly darker ones too, because I'll have to add some black onto the nose as well just to make it fit in with these darker colours. And I'm just going to blend out an under eye as if the black is already there, because we want the black outline to be a crisp line, which we'll see what I'm talking about when we add the black line. We just want to blend the eyeshadow underneath the black first. So I'm just taking a range of those same shades from the Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to blend this quite a bit below my under eye, because obviously the black is going to come below, so we want to act like the black outline we're going to draw is the new waterline. And then we're just going to go in with a slightly black shade as well. This one's from the James Charles palette. Before we move on with the black on the eyes, I'm just going to apply some lash glue to the lashes that I'm going to be wearing. So I'm just going to apply the lash glue to these lashes and wait for the glue to dry, and then I'm going to apply the lashes before I put on any of this water-based face paint, because the glue won't stick to it. So we're just going to take the same brush that we used earlier with the black paint, and this is going to be quite difficult to go around these lashes because they are so big. If you don't use lashes, it may be easier, but obviously we have to stick the lashes on beforehand, otherwise they won't stay on. I'm just going to start with the under eye, I think. So and we're going to bring that back down all over the eyelid, and I'm going to take a smaller brush just to define the points that we've created. And I'm basically just going to recreate that on this eye, and I'll skip past that and I'll come back to you once the eye's done, because otherwise it's going to get a little bit tedious. So now that we have drawn the eyes, we're looking a little crazy because we've got a pale waterline, so I'm just going to go in with this Rimmel London Soft Kohl. I don't know how you pronounce these, but I used to have a pencil like this. I still got it. It's really old, and I literally bought this one the other day because I was like, I need a new one, especially if it's going in your eye. And it's just like a black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to use this to go in my waterline and make my waterline as black as the outside. And then you can just see the difference that it makes. And now we're just going to use the same Naked Heat palette to add some shadowing around all of the black definition that we've put in. So I'm just taking an orange shade first, and we're just going to follow the colour combination that we did on the nose and under the eyes. So I'll just speed this bit up as I go along. And then we're basically just recreating this between all the dips, and then we're going to do some around the eyes as well. So now that all the shading is done and we've got like this nice little shadow around everything, I've got to add some glitter into this gap that we have between the black and the shadowing. So I'm just going to be taking this Made by Mitchell flat rounded brush again, and I'm just taking my Beauty Bay Neutrals palette. I'm just going to take this gold shimmer here. I'm just going to use this to brighten up the inside of this gap we have. I'm just going to add a little bit of that shimmer also to the nose. And it just gives it that extra pop. So then for these pumpkin leaves, or vines as they are, we're just using a bright green Superstar face paint again. And I'm just going to take the really small Kryolan face paint brush that we used with the black earlier. And you want to go quite slow with this because you don't want to mess up the little loops that we're doing. And then just to finish this look off, we're going to be taking this little shimmery palette. It's got lots of glitters, and we're going to be taking probably this green glitter or this one down here. We're just adding some to the inner corner. So this is the finished makeup. I just went in and added a little bit of that shimmery shadow to the lip line. But I'm going to insert a few more clips of the makeup, and then I'll see you back for the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the finished makeup as you've seen. I really love how it turned out, and I hope that you enjoyed this video too. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe and leave a comment. And I will see you in my next video, hopefully, for another spooky season makeup. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!